Now back again to the Ministry of Defence and Nicholas Witchell.
Well, we're now getting a few sketchy details of what has happened in Port Stanley this afternoon and this evening. It's understood that there was first radio contact established between the two headquarters, the British and the Argentine. There was then an arranged meeting between the Deputy Land Forces Commander, Brigadier John Waters, and General Menendez, the Argentine commander, at which the ceasefire was agreed. And it's understood here at the Ministry of Defence, contrary to what the Argentines are saying, that General Menendez is still on the Falklands. There will now, according to a senior military officer at the ministry, be a pause. Ceasefire has been agreed. Both sides are now standing fast. It's now dark in the Falklands, and the details for the downing of weapons and for the removal of Argentines and the many other details will have to wait until tomorrow morning. But according to officials here, British forces now surround Stanley, and they are in the town. They are very simply in control. But the ever cautionary note from the disciplined military mind, this operation will not be entirely over until all the Argentines are removed from the Falklands. Now back to the studio.
In fact, our correspondent in Buenos Aires says it's understood General Menendez has signed a surrender document and his trip to Argentina is to get it approved. Brian Walker just sent this report.
It's now understood here in Buenos Aires that General Menendez has in fact signed the surrender document. He's believed to be coming with it to have it approved by General Galtieri and the other junta members in Buenos Aires. And the expectation is that the agreement will be forthcoming and that the temporary ceasefire will become permanent. The Argentine military high command are now saying privately that the British have in fact control of positions up to 1 mile from the governor's residence, the spot where the small garrison of Royal Marines laid down their arms to superior Argentine forces at the beginning of April. The feeling here in the capital is that the fighting is over and everyone is waiting for the junta to confirm it.
So that's the latest news from Argentina. Here in London, within the last few minutes, the Prime Minister told a cheering House of Commons that a ceasefire had been agreed and that the Argentines were negotiating a surrender of their forces on the islands.
May I give the House the latest information about the Battle of the Falklands? After successful attacks last night, General Moore decided to press forward. The Argentinians retreated. Our forces reached the outskirts of Port Stanley. Large numbers of Argentine soldiers threw down their weapons. They are reported to be flying white flags over Port Stanley. Our troops have been ordered not to fire except in self-defense. Talks are now in progress between General Menendez and our Deputy Commander, Brigadier Waters, about the surrender of the Argentine forces on East and West Falklands.
So the Prime Minister telling the House of a ceasefire at the end of a day of good news from the Falklands. Newsnight is on BBC2 at 5 to 11. From me now, good night.